Hello everyone, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick. So today I'm coming with you in a video instead of one of my lives, as I'm not able to do lives at the moment, still working on the problem, but to show you some new things that are coming up in the new Sale-A-bration catalog. I don't think I have anything from the mini, but let me just tell you, if you are not familiar with Sale-A-bration, Sale-A-bration is the biggest sale that we have every year. So for every $50 that you spend in our current catalogs or even our discounted items, you get something to choose for free out of this little catalog. Now, since the catalog hasn't gone live yet when I'm recording this, I am not able to open this on camera until it actually goes live, but I can show you what I have purchased from these items, meaning that I have spent $50 in our catalog to get something out of here, and there's all kinds of things in here. So today we're going to be using a couple of stamp sets from the Sale-A-bration catalog. So let me show you what I have. I have the Watercolor Melon. This stamp set actually goes with our modern oval punch for the watermelon. It is a photopolymer stamp set, so it gives that kind of watercolored look. I don't know if you can see on here, there's dark spots and light spots that's supposed to be there. And since it doesn't have a sentiment, I'm pairing it with the Heartfelt Hellos. Now, this is another stamp set that you can earn through Sale-A-brations, and I'm going to be using this Enjoy Your Day stamp set. I'm pretty excited about this card. It's so stinking cute. I'm going to throw in some of our 2022-2024 in color 6x6 paper because I'm going to be using Sweet Sorbet. So I'm going to be using this piece here. And I am also going to be throwing in some of our Deckled Circles dies. And I just have a couple that I picked out from the middle of this. So let's get started. I'm going to pull out my stamp pack and put some things aside. Let's start with stamping. I have a piece of basic white, and I'm just going to use our Memento Black, Tuxedo Black ink and that sentiment. And I am going to stamp the sentiment up towards the top. So this is that Enjoy Your Day, which I think is pretty awesome little thing to send to someone. And I am going to stand here to do this one. So I want it to be up at the top, but just a little bit to the left. So we're going to trim this down. Give it a good press. This is a red rubber stamp set, and I had pointed out that the Watercolor Watermelon, or what is it called? Watercolor Melon, that's it, is photopolymer. So we're going to start there with the stamping. And then I'm going to take this, and I have the size just larger on this deckled circle in Garden Green. And we're going to hook these together with some liquid glue. This is so it gives me a moment to get that even in the center. Okay, now while this is drying, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to go ahead and pull out a sheet of basic white again, and let's do some stamping. So the colors that I'm going to be using is Garden Green and Sweet Sorbet. And I'll just start off with this Garden Green, and let's do the melon right away. So you can have the melon facing this way or that way, the way I'm doing my card. And when I say facing, I'm looking at that little end of the melon. Let me see if it'll show better here. See how you got the little end and the other one is kind of like behind. So I'm going to use that little end facing out on my card. If you're a directional person, you may want to take note of that. I just didn't want to cover it up. So I'm going to give that a good press and let that ink transfer. Okay, beautiful. We're going to use that again. And then I'm going to get my cut piece of melon. And I'm going to do 2 of these. And then we're done with the sweet sorbet. I'm going to come back to the garden green and ink this up. Going to overlap just a little bit. And we're done with the garden green. And then I'm going to pull open my stamp set. You see where they have these seeds in here? I think that would be kind of decorative, and I'm going to add that on a block. And I'm just going to take the memento again, and I'm going to place the black seeds right here on my little melon pieces. Okay, cute, right? Now, for this card, you wouldn't have to punch this, but I just wanted to demonstrate how well this works with the modern oval punch. You go right in. I love punches, and I love stuff like this. Very easy, kind of whimsical. So this, again, was the modern oval punch. And then now I have my punched piece. And I am going to run in here, and I'm going to cut these out very quickly. It really doesn't take that long. So I'm going to be putting it on white, so you don't even have to be perfect about it. Just cut along. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a border. And I'm going to cut off those little excess pieces that they have on this and just come right along this ridge and cut that. So there's one. And again, cut right up to that. And I'm going to cut it off again. I kind of rounded it when I cut it off. Don't worry about it being perfect, and I'm going to show you this. See how I don't even have that cut perfectly off? Because I purposely chose to set this up on a white background. So this is pretty easy. Now again, you could have just stamped this, but I wanted to show it with the punch. But you see this has a white border too. You're not going to be able to tell when you have it on your mat. So I'm just going to take a piece of this off. That's why I had you do it more to the side. So let's just cut, you know, you don't have to, I have no specific measurement, but I'm putting it in here, and it looks to be about a 1/2 inch. Let me make sure. 1/4 inch. Let's see. Did that go through? I should have probably put in a, now I'm going to go over this just a little bit farther. Sharper blade. I ordered some, I just never put it in. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to trim just that little bit down. I use them until they're practically like a butter knife trying to cut. I don't know why. Try to get my bang for my buck, right? So then I'm going to take this. Now this I could have easily just stamped, like I said, but I just wanted to show you that the punch works so well. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down flat. Maybe like that. Over to the right side more. Okay. And then I think what I'll do is I'm going to pop this one up here. So I'm going to glue it down flat too, but just off to the side. Maybe raised a little bit. And it's okay that it's hanging off. No problem. Then I'll take a couple of dimensionals. Let's do 3. What I love about Stampin' Up! Dimensionals is they're not too high. You get some of those that are too high, and then it's really, you know, it has to be 1/4 of an inch to sail on one stamp. So I'm going to just pop this one up in front of it. So I've done kind of a layering effect to my focal point on the card. So let's build that card base. Let's come in here. This is a piece of Sweet Sorbet. It is an 8.5 by 11 that I cut in half at 5.5, and now I'm placing the fold at 4.25. Okay, beautiful. Got my card base. And with that DSP that I had, that was the 2022-2024 DSP in colors. It has that Sweet Sorbet. So I want to cut this, but I want to flag this. Now there's a couple of ways to do it. If any of you have the tailored tag punch still, this is still my favorite way to flag. You can put it in like this and flag it, and I love that. But I'm not going to cheat today because not everybody has that, so I just am going to show you. You can actually do the same thing with your scissors. So you want to take your snips and you want to look about how far you want this to go up. So I'm going to say right about here. So do your best to judge what the middle is. Right like that. And then when you get that cut in, it's really easy to go corner to corner. Okay, pro tip, pull away. When you're pulling it, pull away. It leaves less of a frayed edge there, but that's how you can get that. So I'm going to take this, and I've just got a scrap piece. This is, 4 inches by 1.5 inches of black. You guys know I love black and white. And I think that this will work perfect on here to add just a little accent to my flag. So I'm gonna adhere this down. This is Tombow liquid glue, my very favorite of all glue. It's very, very tacky, but it gives you a minute. And let's do about maybe just a hair bigger than 1/4 inch. Let's glue that down underneath of here. So I think that's going to add just a little bit of dimension. Now I'm going to set this up right here onto the right side, and we're just going to glue this straight down. Adhere it down with your liquid glue, because then if you need to slide it around a little bit, you can. One of my biggest tricks is to stay about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge when you are putting that glue on. And I think I'm going to go right up to the top so that I know that I've got that. There we go. That way, if you need to slide, you've got about 1/4 of an inch either way. But going up to the top lets me know that I've got that straight edge on there, and so it's in line, okay? So that's pretty easy with the base. Now, I really, really, truly love, and this is carrying over. This is the black and very vanilla. And it's a little bit bigger than, let me see if I can show you the black and white. Oops, everything's falling. It's a little bit thicker than our black and white one, but I love the contrast. Sometimes I'm one who mixes gold and silver. I'll mix vanilla and white too and think nothing of it, and I guess it's just personal preference, but I very much love this and want to use it before, you know, it's not available. You guys know when it retires. Then you can't get it anymore. So I'm going to use Stampin' Seal. This is my absolute favorite way to adhere ribbon down. There's many different things that you can do with this ribbon, but I'm just going to do a simple swoosh. Does that make sense? A swoosh? So I'm going to do a couple of lines here because I want to go across this card in a diagonal, and then I'm going to lay in it kind of flat again. You can go whatever way you want. And I've got a very big swoosh on this, I know. And that's okay. That's okay. It's an easy way, especially if you are not good at tying bows. This is an easy way to give texture to your projects. So there you have it. Now you can do one of two things. You can slap this down on top of it, or you could raise it up. I've already got one raised, and I really like mailing flat cards because then I can just do it on one stamp. So I'm going to come around here. Notice I'm leaving about a quarter edge. And we're going to put quite a bit of adhesive on here since I'm going to glue it down over my project. I'm going to take that flat edge and pull it up here like so that it comes right there. Look at that come together. So stinking cute. Whoever thought watermelons, right? That you would be doing something with watermelons. But with summer coming and spring coming, I know we just started winter, but it will be coming. Crafters are always kind of months ahead, right? So let's do some embellishments on this. We've got a little bit of ribbon. Have you guys seen the adhesive back sequins trio? This is my second round of these. I very much love them, but I don't use this one as much. I really use a lot of the Pretty Peacock. So I'm gonna pull this out. These like iridescent, they're iridescent, are perfect for this. Using your take your pick tool, I'm gonna take some of these out of here, and I'm gonna use the large ones. And let's put them right here. They say to do this in groups of odd numbers, so I'm going to do 3 here. I'll put one clear down here, just because it's supposed to be more aesthetically pleasing. I love using that word, so every time I can, I do. All right. And there you have just such a simple, great project. The other things that you can do is on the inside, you could actually stamp some watermelons in there, like off to the corner. I tend to stamp here and here at the top right and the bottom left, because a lot of times we start our messages and end it here. So if you wanted to do that, you could add that in there. You could use some of this extra paper and put it on the back of the envelope so that you would have a matching set. But it's so stinking cute and so easy. So let me just let you know that I'm going to hook some links in the description here on YouTube for you to be able to go and purchase any of these items. Now, from my online store. Now, again, these are Sale-A-bration items. It doesn't start until the 5th of January. I'm just kind of doing a sneak peek now. But when you do, please use my current host code. If this is not the current code by then, which I'm sure it will be, there will be another one, and you can usually find that on my Facebook wall, or I will add it to this link later on. I appreciate that very much. That enrolls you in my perks program, which gives you Stampin' rewards. Okay, I also would love it very much if you would like, comment, and share. Subscribe. Hit that little bell to subscribe to my channel so that you get notice every time I go live. It's also time for our paper share. For those of you who don't know what a paper share is, a paper share is 4 people sign up. I split it 4 ways. The paper of every paper in the new catalog, which would be this catalog, and there's 8 new papers in this catalog. And then you get to try everything at a quarter of the cost. It is very, very efficient. So if you are interested in that, let me know. I think I have 8 reasons or 8 benefits of a paper share. I have a couple of my packs left. I've got some more coming, but if you would love to have a gift to give it to someone, I have the adhesive pack available, and it has the basics of things like the dimensionals that I used, one of the green glues that I used, mini glue dots. It's got tear and tape in there. and one of my seals to get yourself started. So if that's something you want, just email me. Again, I'll hook that information up in the description. And that's all I have. I hope that you have had a good end of the year, and Happy New Year to everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.